All right, guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Just wanted to do another video for you guys. I'm going to be doing an airdrop. Hopefully this goes smoothly. It all depends on if BSC is going to cooperate with me or not. Hopefully BSC isn't too congested because sometimes there is issues when doing an airdrop. But we're going to go ahead and get this started, and then I'll kind of talk as I get this thing going. This might take a while, so I want to apologize in advance if this video runs long. So you can see here the price of drip right now, $68.90. I'm going to be doing a $10,000 airdrop for everyone. It'll be divvied up for everyone that has a net positive account and has 100 drip deposited. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let me go to the faucet. Airdrop, boom. So while I'm setting this up, I'm probably not going to talk. So right now at the price of drip, it's at 68 something. I just rounded it down to 68.50. So 150 drip at that price is 10,275, a little bit more than 10,000. That's the budget for this specific airdrop. It'll get divvied up. We'll see how many people. I believe it should be around 40 people if I did this correctly when I ran a test. So 150. Let me see here. 150 drip. All right. Let's see. Let me run that. Okay, and it should be 40 people here. Yep, 41, but I'm going to take out my personal wallet. That'll be 40. So $10,000 divided by $10,000 divided by 40 people should be $250. Now, if you have an account on my second drip account, that has less people. The drop gets divvied up amongst less people, so you actually get a bigger chunk of the pie. But apparently, people don't want to follow me over to that second account, so that's fine. There's more people on this account, so pie gets divvied up amongst more people. So let me take out my wallet. Let's see here. Can I do that? Let me see here. I don't even know if I can do that. Okay. I know what I got to do. I got to go here. So let me just do some quick math here. Sorry about that. Let me, I'm doing this on the fly, as you can see. 69. Yep. So everyone's going to get 3.6585 drip, which is about $250. Let me take out mine here. Take that out. Then I'm going to go ahead and send this. I got to manually confirm every single one of these, and there's 40 on this account, so bear with me. Now, there is some stuff that I'm going to talk about as this thing is going, namely the garden launch tomorrow, the liberation launch tomorrow. There's a couple of different ways you can skin that cat. Of course, you can create an LP token right now on PancakeSwap. You can do that. There's a lot of different ways to do it. The simplest way, if you don't know what you're doing, or if you're new, is just to go to the liberation. You'll save money on transaction fees, tax fees, I mean, and it'll create the LP token for you instead of you having to do that on PancakeSwap. Not that it's difficult, but it's just way more convenient. Now, you do need to have BUSD in your wallet, so probably be a good idea to prepare for that today. Trying to do it last minute, if there's something wrong with BSC or something happens, you're just not going to be prepared for it. So do it in advance. If you're going to do it, if you're going to participate, of course you don't have to. Like you can certainly, make a nice profit just with the faucet. And by no means am I abandoning the faucet. This is always going to be home base. As I've mentioned many times before, the drip garden, the drip liberation, that's all in conjunction to supplement the faucet. Okay, the faucet is the main deal. At least for me, it is. I mean, I don't know. Different people have different, like I said, different strategies. But for me, it's going to be in conjunction to. Okay. Just make sure this thing is going. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers. BSC doesn't give me any issues. Okay. So yeah, you want to be ready for that if you're gonna participate. The the um the launch of the farm, the public sale for the Rev token, that's going to take place in the beginning of January. So you don't have to worry about that at this point. That's a whole other, we'll talk about that. It's a whole separate topic in and of itself, and we'll talk about that. But again, if you're not familiar with farming, there's been a lot of people that have lost on farming. Not that, I'm not saying that you're going to lose on farming, but if you don't know how to farm, if you've never done it before, if you're inexperienced with farming, then tread lightly, maybe just throw in a little bit, or, stick with the drip garden and the faucet. Because again, it does require you to be a little bit more savvy. Although you can go right into the safe house and just take your Rev tokens, put it all there. Don't pair it with anything. Just do it in the single staking pool, and you'll get BUSD in rewards. Then you can turn around and take that BUSD, put it into the liberation, get your LP tokens, and then put that in the garden, right? So there's a lot of ways you can, it'll be a whole ecosystem where you can kind of take profits and dividends from one thing, put it into the other thing. All of it's going to help. All of it's going to help drip. The fact that you can take drip now and pair it with a stable token, that's going to help with the price as far as, less volatility. It'll stabilize the coin somewhat, which will be a good thing for some, right? Some of you guys like that up and down stuff, which is great. That's fine too. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. Off topic, off of drip real quick. Nemesis DAO, Jade, a lot of these DAOs, they are coming down in price. The whole market is down, as a whole. So I'm not really worried about it. But again, even if, for me at least, right now, you might think differently, but even if these DAO tokens come down in price, if the APY is still astronomically high, you should be okay, right? You should be okay. If you don't like that type of stuff, just get out. Just get out, because there's going to be those price swings with those DAO tokens because things are always changing. So if you don't like that, just get out. I think you can probably do better, or at least headache, least things you got to worry about, just putting it into the drip faucet. So yeah, also Forex said that he has some news coming up on a potential partnership for drip. I think he's onboarding some pretty high profile people. I don't know if they're celebrities or not. He did mention something like that in the Telegram. I don't know all the details. I'll wait for him to do that, but that should be another big announcement. And yeah, this train seems to be, continuing its run. It doesn't seem like it's slowing down whatsoever. Again, I'm not telling you to FOMO into anything. You should never FOMO into anything. I know easier said than done because we're human beings, but only put in what you can afford to lose into these things, man. These things can go, I've been around this game for a couple of years, started this channel, I think at the end of 2016. I've seen a lot of things that, happen in the crypto space, some good, some bad, some real bad. So, I mean, only put in what you can afford to lose. Never put into these platforms, this included, the faucet included, right? Drip garden included, DAOs, IDOs, ROI contracts, miners. Never put anything in them that you can't afford to lose, guys. Don't put your rent money, don't put your kids' education money, don't put your retirement. Like I had somebody mention they messaged me and they were like, well, I took money out of my 401k. And man, that is crazy to me. Like, you should only be putting stuff in here that you can afford to lose. Risk capital. And if that means starting off with a little bit and maybe building your way up, then so be it, right? You don't have to go crazy and go ham and throw the kitchen sink at something. I started off pretty small. When I first got into passive platforms back in the day, I put together $3,000, bought some Bitcoin, put it into something. It ended up being a scam, right? But it was a learning lesson for me. But my point is that it was something I started small in, and then I kind of built up along the way, right? So all of that just to say, do your own research, guys. Only put in what you can afford to lose. Don't go crazy. Never take financial advice, or never, you know, don't never take like recommendations from YouTube. Not that YouTubers give recommendations, but YouTubers are just regular people, man. They're out here, they're getting into crypto. They don't know everything, right? Um, Case in point, I don't know everything. You should never be taking financial advice from me. As a matter of fact, why would you take financial advice from a stranger you've never met on YouTube? Insane, right? So do your own research, do your own due diligence. Miners, real quick on miners. So far, the miners have been paying out. I haven't really been doing a ton of updates on miners lately because there's really not much to update. They're kind of, the TVL, the balance in the contracts are coming down. The payouts are also coming down relative to the TVL balances, but they are paying. I just did a bunch of withdrawals yesterday. Some of the withdrawals were, sizable. A lot of them were little, but I'm, just withdrawing from those different miners that I've been in. And, we'll see. We'll see if if miners are gonna, continue to be in the space. Usually, the space is cyclical. You'll have back in the day, 2017, it was like lending platforms. I mean, I could name a whole ton. Some of you guys that have been around that time, you probably remember, Regal Coin and Hextra Coin and Falcon Coin and uh, so many of them, right? Then after that, it was the super wallets, right? These wallets that you had to download an app on your phone. There was a bunch of those that came out. So, miners might be the next thing, and might be, there might be something else that's coming out. Um, but, key is to get in, go with the trend, get in early on some of these things, and then, make a profit and then get out. Never be married to any one platform, guys. Make your profits and get out. The other thing I wanted to address real quick, not that I need to address it, but a couple of you guys have been messaging me or posting underneath some of these videos saying, hey, when should I take profit? When should I sell some drip? Have you taken profit? The answer is take them, take your profit and take them often, right? Uh, a lot of people want to hold on to their drip, which is fine. Like I'm holding to a ton of drip, to be honest with you, but I've already pulled out, right? Pulled out and sold enough drip to recoup what I put in. So this is all profit. This is all house money, so to speak, that I'm playing, quote unquote, playing with right now. So, just to go back to that, take your profit. You can never go wrong taking profit. If the token price is going up, if the token price is going down, take your profits along the way, on its way up and on its way down. Because you don't want to be left holding the bag. Not that anything bad's going to happen, but I've seen people in the past with other platforms, they never took any profit. They just kind of compounded and compounded and compounded. Something happened to the platform, and they were left holding the bag, and they never took any they never recouped any of their initial deposit back. So for me, with any platform I'm in, whether it's a miner, whether it's drip, whether it's anything, I always, my first goal is to pull out my initial deposit, because if you do that and you're just playing with house money, you're essentially risk-free, right? If something were to happen, God forbid, knock on wood, not saying that it's going to happen or anything like that, but at least you're whole. At least you've recouped what you put in. Make sense? All right, so let's see where we're at. All right. Looks like a lot of people, got their account net positive. Last time I did an airdrop, I put in, a nice sizable amount, but less people showed up on when I did this. It looks like a lot of people, were in the Telegram. They got the message. They got their accounts net positive. The other question I got also I've got from a couple people is how much drip do they need deposited to qualify for airdrops? This one here, it's going to change all the time. This one here is 100. I've done some for less. I've done some for more. I've done some for way more, right? They're always going to change. I have mentioned in the past that I do want to reward people with bigger deposits. You know, obviously, people who have bigger deposits take more risk. They've taken the risk to, use me as their buddy address and made bigger deposits. So I want to reward them for that. So maybe the next airdrop I might do for people that have 250 deposited drip. I don't know. It all depends on what's going on in the market, what the price of drip is, how I feel at that time. But you're never going to lose if you have 100 drip minimum, right? Because 100 drip minimum, I do that a lot. But if you continue to grow your account, I'll be doing bigger airdrops. I'm also going to switch it up. Also, I might do, run some contests. It won't be, a simple airdrop like this. I'm going to continue to do these, of course, but there might be some in the future where I'll do a contest or something like that, or just switch it up a little bit. I got 3 more on this account right here. Then I'm going to go to my second account, do a 10,000 airdrop on that. There's less people, so it should go quicker. But with less people there, they're going to get a bigger piece of that airdrop. Now, if you're smart and you have an account on this one and my new account, my second account, then you just got 2 airdrops today. I know some of you guys do have that situation, which is great. All right. Do one more. There you go. We are done for this account. So congratulations to you guys that had 100 drip deposited, net positive account. Just sent you $250. Okay. Let me go over to my other account. Down. So this one here, I'm going to do a $10,000 airdrop on this one as well. What was the budget? I forgot what the budget was. Was it 150? Yeah, 150. That's $10,000. Give me 1 second here, guys. Actually, it's more than 10,000, but who's counting, right? Let me run that. Just double check this. And I think this one should have 20 people, if I'm not mistaken. There you go, 20. So $10,000 divided by 20 people is $500 each. Now, if you got 250 on the first airdrop, 500 on this one, you just got $750 today. All right, so let's start running this. 7.5 drip for each person on this one. All right, so hopefully BSC continues to cooperate. And this thing will, get confirmed. All right. Just double checking. Some of you guys also have mentioned, hey, I used your buddy address, but under the team thing on the dashboard, it says 0, because that's for your referrals. Okay, that's for your team. So unless you refer people, it's going to show 0. Should you refer people? Why not, right? If you can and you feel comfortable doing it. Of course, I know some of you guys want to be completely passive. That's fine also. But if you can refer, if you have the ability to refer people and you want to refer people, why not, right? Build a team. Now, in order to get paid referral commissions in drip, you do need to have Greep in your wallet. So go to the white paper. I covered that many times. I'm not going to cover it here. You do need to have a certain amount of BREEP in your wallet to get paid down, X amount of levels. But you do need to have that. And I think that was a great move from Forex to put that in place because it prevents people from stacking accounts. Not that you still can't do it, but it just creates another barrier. Whereas other platforms like back in the day, not back in the day, but like last year, Tron Chain, people could have multiple accounts. There wasn't anything stopping you from doing that. And even me myself, I had a bunch of accounts. That was while it was running, that was a great platform. All right. So who's buying the dip? Not on drip. Drip isn't dipping, but who's buying the dip in the market? Everything seems to be on sale right now. Let's see here, Ethereum. I've just been buying a bunch of stuff. Trying to pay attention here. So if I'm quiet, it's because I'm looking at the transactions. It's hard to do crypto, do transactions, and do a video at the same time because you really got to be focused when you're doing stuff with crypto. Otherwise, you might make a mistake. I've done that many times. I think I told a story of one time I was making a video. This was on an old platform. I don't even remember what the name of the platform was, but I was buying a package. I think it was like a $3,000 package, or even it might have even been a $6,000 package. I was doing the video as I was buying the package because it was a tutorial video on how to buy packages. Because in that particular platform, you had to buy packages. And I remember sending it, and then it just, the Bitcoin that I sent just disappeared into thin air. I don't know if I put the address wrong or if there was an extra step I had to do that I didn't do. But that was $6,000. That was a $6,000 mistake or lesson. And from then on, I just stopped doing, crypto. I stopped doing that. I stopped showing my wallets because, back in the day, I used to show my wallets. Now I don't do that for other reasons, not just because I can make a mistake. There's a ton of reasons why I don't do that. But yeah, stay focused when you're doing transactions because this is not something where you can call customer service and say, hey, I made a mistake. Can you send my money back? Once you send it out and it's in crypto limbo, if you sent it to the wrong place, it's pretty much gone. All right, this here should be almost done. So just to recap here, I made a nice little note here. $20,000, a little bit more than 20,000, but who's counting, right? 20,000 airdrop. So on both accounts, I did a $10,000 airdrop, right? It was divvied up amongst 40 people on the first account. So $250 each. On the second account, there's less people on this account, which is fine by me. I don't really care one way or the other. Like I'm going to send airdrops. If there's less people, it's less people. But because there's less people here, they get a bigger slice of that 10,000. So they got $500 each. So I have about like 3 or 4 more transactions to confirm. And then we should be good. So yeah, tomorrow, Drip Garden, no set time yet, but that is going to launch tomorrow. I'm hoping everything goes smooth and it launches tomorrow. I hope they don't push it back because, not that Forex does that a lot, but it's happened with other platforms where they had a launch on a certain day and then they pushed it back. But I'm hoping everything gets done tomorrow just to get it over with because I'm traveling this weekend and nothing's worse than, a launch happening and you're on the road because then now you got to pull over and all that jazz. All right. One more. or two. Yeah, this one and then one more, and then we're all set. But yeah, this has been a crazy, crazy ride with the drip, man. It doesn't seem like it's slowing down at any point. Make sure you're, locking your profits, as I mentioned before. It's okay to compound, but it's okay to lock in profits as well. Always have a strategy, whether it's 50-50 or you compound 2 days, withdraw one day, whatever, right? Compound one day, withdraw one day, and alternate that. I don't know whatever your strategy is, but always lock your profits in. All right, so that should be done. Boom, that's done and good to go. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys got some value from this. Enjoy your airdrops. You want to sign up with my buddy address, I will leave links for that down below. Sign up on my second account, guys, because again, if you're already on my first account, follow me over to my second account. And that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Also, follow me on Telegram if you haven't already. I'll leave a link for that down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.